What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am the Bald Ginger. We're jumping back into some Road to the Show here today. We are on the road in Chicago. Gonna have a 4-game set against the Cubs here, so let's see if the friendly confines are gonna be friendly to me this time around. Top of the first, no score. Runner on first, one away. Ben Brown on the mound for the Cubs. Looks like he hits, 95 on the 4-seamer, 93 on his 2-seamer, cutter at 92. Curveball tops out at 81. And there is the curveball on the inner third. Got a piece of it and fouled it away. 0-1 the count. His release point is up where I can't get great vision on it. Second pitch is a cutter well inside, taken for ball 1. We have ourselves a 1-1 count now. As you can see there, I'm batting .267 on the season, so it's getting a little bit better, but still not where I want it to be. Curveball outside, runs the count to 2-1. We'll take that. Might see something better to swing my bat at here. And a 2-seamer at the top of the zone, got a piece of it and fouled it away. Count is now even again at 2-2. Come on, big fella. Give me something good here. Oh no, in the dirt. And there's a K next to my name after a big fat swing and a miss there. Got me. Hook, line, and changeup this time around. Or curveball, whichever it was. No chance to be hitting that. Bottom of the first, we're still scoreless. 2 outs and nobody on for Andrew Monasterio. He's hitting .212 on the season, so not great. And he's got himself a 1-1 count against Robert Grieve. Wind up and the pitch here from Grieve. Come on. Soft liner to me at third. Easy play. And the side is retired. 1 inning now complete at Wrigley Field. And it's still scoreless here in Chicago. We come back top of the third. Cardinals are on top 2-0 now. I'm standing in 0 for 1 on the day with yet another K for my season total in the first plate appearance. We have a runner on first, nobody out here this time around, so we get the dynamic challenge, and we're just going to try to advance the runner. Ben Brown still towing the rubber for the North Siders here. First pitch of the at-bat this time around. And I swing really late at a 4-seamer. It was above the zone on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Next pitch. Low and away with the curveball. Normally one I would swing at, but nothing going on in that pitch. 1-1 the count for me. Saw the manager there giving some signals to the guys out in the field. Let's see what happens with the 1-1 pitch. Ripped right to second. That's not going to advance the runner. It's going to be a ground into double play. So yeah, a whole bunch of nothing going on for me at the plate so far here at Wrigley. We come back top of the fourth, bases loaded, 2 away, 4-0 lead for the Cardinals. I'm standing in 0 for 2 on the day, this time against Durbin Feltman. He hits 98 on the 4-seamer, 95 on his 2-seamer. First pitch, a little bit high with the 4-seamer. Not a bad pitch for him to throw to me, honestly. I swing at a lot of high fastballs for some dumb reason. 1-0 the count for me, though, as I managed to lay off that one. Next pitch from Feltman. And we foul one back into the screen. That's going to make for a 1-1 count, as that was a 4-seamer right down Broadway, and I was really late on the swing. Next pitch of the at-bat. Below the knees. 4-seamer not going to get the call down there, and it's a 2-1 count. Gotten a steady diet of 4-seamers so far in this at-bat. I'm thinking he's going to go curveball on me here, low and away. The 2-1 pitch. Not low and away. Liner into right that is caught by the right fielder. And we strand the bases loaded with me at the plate. Man, it has been a rough go so far at Wrigley. We come back, bottom of the fifth. 8-1 is the score now. Cardinals way out in front. Elijah Green at the plate for the Cubs. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Got a runner on, no runners on, sorry, and 1 away. 0-1 pitch from Grieve. And it's all whoopsie poopsie. Liner into left. And yeah, base hit for him. I don't know why they had me hustling back to the bag. There's nothing I could have done there. Top of the sixth. Still an 8-1 ball game. I'm standing in 0 for 3 on the day. Batting average down to a .258 on the season now. Bases are empty. Nobody out. Robert Garcia on the mound for the Cubs. I get a dynamic challenge because the bases are empty, and we'll try to get on base after taking the first pitch. Why the heck not? Left-hander Garcia on the mound hits 94 on his 4-seamer, 92 on the 2-seamer. That's all he's got that's quick. Taken all the way on the first pitch, and it's a four-seamer right down Broadway. Man, if there was a pitch to swing at, that would be it. I'm a career 286 hitter against the Cubs. And that rip down the left field line is a fair ball all the way into the corner there. We're going to try for two. And we are in there safely as the throw in was offline. If it was on the money, I might have been out. But we'll take the double, so it's kind of nice to get on base finally. Top of the eighth, still an 8-1 ball game. I'm standing in 1 for 4 on the day. 1 out, nobody on. Johan Ramirez on the mound for the Cubs. He hits 97 on the sinker, 96 on the four-seamer, 85 on the slider. First pitch, a little bit low with the sinker. 1-0 the count. My batting average against right-handed pitching is up to a 203, so that's getting better, but still not good. We foul away a sinker on the outer third from this right-hander. That makes the count 1-1. Next pitch of the at-bat. Outside with a four-seamer. It's a 2-1 count in front of 30,673. 2-1 pitch now from Ramirez. Come on, big fella. Oh, he got me. Slow slider on the outside corner. Got the swing way out in front. And that's a 2-2 count for me now. Next pitch. Reaching for one in the dirt, low and away. 2-3 put out, barely in time as I almost beat it out to reach on an error. So, can you do smile and wave 2 Ks for me in this one? Cardinals still win the game 8-1, the final score there, as Robert Grieve remains undefeated on the season as he is now 5-0. We're going to move on to game number 2 here of this 4-game series, and you know what that means. This is where I remind everybody, if you haven't done so already, or if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. You can also like and comment on this video, as all of those things do help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Top of the first. I'm standing in with the bases empty and 2 away. No score currently. Luis Gil on the mound, and we have a little bit of rain falling here at Wrigley. Dynamic challenge for the bases being empty. I don't think the home run's going to happen, so we'll try to only swing at pitches inside the zone for a hit. And yeah, Luis Gil does throw 99 on his four-seamer, 90 on the circle change, 89 on the slider, 98 on the two-seamer. First pitch from him. And we foul away a slider at the knees. Good swing timing, bad contact. Because every time I get good swing timing, I do not get good contact, it seems. 0-1 pitch on the way now from Gil. There's one ripped into deep right field. This ball's got a chance to get down. Right fielder running back. And he's a goner. I put one in the right field bleachers here in the top of the first to make it a 1-0 lead for the Cardinals. We'll take that. 6th home run on the season, only 389 feet, but that's enough to clear the wall out there in right field. No green line replay, but we do get a nice little view of the clouds before the ball magically reappears and lands in the bleachers. Top of the third, we come back. Cubs are up 5-2 now. I'm standing in 1 for 1 on the day. Runner on first, 1 away. Luis Gil still on the mound for the Cubbies. First pitch from him. A wee bit high with the four-seamer. It's a 1-0 count there. I am the 6-time MVP, but not 7, as Tristan Casas of the Reds beat me out for that in the last season. 1-0 pitch. Chopper to third, throw to first, and plenty of time. Runner was on the move there on that pitch, so he's on second base safely, but not exactly a quality at-bat from me. Top of the 5th, I'm standing in 1 for 2 on the day. 6-2 is the score with the Cubs out in front. 2 outs, nobody on. Luis Gil still towing the rubber. First pitch of this at-bat. Just a bit inside at the knees with the slider. It's a 1-0 count. My 5 doubles on the season is tied for second best on the team. We'll take that. 1-0 pitch from Gil. And swing and a miss at a four-seamer on the inside corner. 1-1 the count. I recognized that pitch way too late to catch up to it. The 1-1 pitch is a circle change at the knees on the outside corner. Got a piece of it and fouled it away. And it is now a 1-2 count. Next pitch from Gil. Swing and a miss at a four-seamer on the inner third. 3 pitches in the zone, 3 swings, and no good contact. Makes for a K. We're moving on, though. It is now the bottom of the 5th, 6-2 still the score. Andrew Monasterio at the plate for the Cubs. He's 0 for 2 on the day, probably about the only guy on the team without a hit so far. It's got a full count, though, with the bases empty and 1 out. And this one's ripped into left field. Caught by the left fielder. How was that a fielding opportunity for me? There was no chance of me catching that or having any play on the ball unless I was about 35 feet tall. Top of the 7th. It's a 6-5 ball game now. Cubs still out in front, though. Runner on first, one away. Chester Berg on the mound for the Cubbies now. He hits 99 on the four-seamer, 90 on the slider, 98 on the cutter. First pitch. Tempted me with one down the middle. I was a little late on the swing with that four-seamer coming in. 0-1 the count for me now. Second pitch of the at-bat from Berg. It's a pitch out at 101 miles an hour. 1-1 the count, though, as the runner was not in motion on that one. Third pitch of the at-bat now from Berg. Come on, big fella. There's one ripped into right field. Going back towards the wall. Right fielder's gonna make the play on the warning track. That's just a long and loud fly out to right there. So that's a bummer. 2 away now in the top of the 7th. We come back top of the 9th, still a 6-5 ball game. 2 outs and a runner on first. I'm standing in 1 for 4 on the day. Carlos Fuentes on the mound, and he's not going to pitch to me as they give me first base for free. Well, we'll take the walk, I suppose. That's a Ginger special, by the way. Home run, strikeout, and a walk. That'll get the job done. Cardinals end up taking the win 10-6 in this one. Did that go into extra innings, or is that a 9th inning rally? Can't wait to see that one. Yeah, 9th inning rally. We put up a 5 spot in the 9th to win by 4. Kidoki, let's move on to game number 3 and see if we can continue our winning ways against the Cubs. Finally, no more rain here at Wrigley, as game 3 looks to be an afternoon game. It's top of the first, 2 outs, nobody on. I'm standing in with a .263 batting average. I'm facing off against Kyle Wright, and I get a dynamic challenge because the bases are empty, and we're going to go for that double or better. Wright does throw 97 on his sinker, 97 on the four-seamer, 90 on his circle change, 92 on the slider. Holy cow, he's a bit of a hurler here. First pitch from him, and we rip one to the first baseman who takes it to the bag himself. Ambush tactics did not work in that one, as you can score that one 3 unassisted. We're moving on to the bottom of the first here in Chicago. Still goose eggs everywhere. All right, top of the third. Still a scoreless ball game here. I've got runners on second and third with 2 outs as I'm facing off against Kyle Wright for the second time today. First pitch of this at-bat from him. Inside with a sinker. Easy take for a ball there. 1-0 the count to start things here in my second at-bat. Pitch number 2 from Wright. Come on, big guy. Let me hit a quality gapper here. That would be nice. You can do this. Oh, that was a good pitch to hit, too. Sinker right down Broadway, late on the swing. 1-1 the count for me. Third pitch of the at-bat coming up here from Kyle Wright. And we foul away a sinker on the inside corner. And it's a 1-2 count. He's given me a steady diet of sinkers in this at-bat so far. Fourth pitch on the way from him. And I pull one down the left field line and foul at the third base bag. Still a 1-2 count as I was way out in front of a slurve just above the knees on the outside corner. Next 1-2 pitch from Wright. And there's one to the shortstop. That's not going to get the run scored. Throw to first in plenty of time. And we're heading to the bottom of the third now. Still scoreless in Chicago. All right, this is the bottom of the third and no longer scoreless as the Cubs are on the board with a 1-0 lead. Willie Castro is at the dish for the Cubs now. He's 0 for 1 on the day, hitting a horrible 130 on the season. I have a hard time believing he'd still be in the majors with that bad of a batting average. He's got himself a 2-2 count, though, with the bases empty and nobody out. Wind up and the pitch now from Tink Hentz. And it's a ground ball to me at third. And that guy's batting average is going to get a little bit worse after that one, as he is out for the first out in the bottom of the third. Top of the fifth, we come back, still a 1-0 ball game. I'm standing in 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of groundouts. I'm now 2 for 11 on the series. Runner on second, 2 away. First pitch from Kyle Wright. Come on, big guy. Swing and a miss at a circle change below the knees on the outside corner. It's an 0-1 count for me after being a wee bit out in front of that pitch. Second pitch on the way now from Wright. The ground one back up the middle. That's a base hit. That may score the runner from second. No, they held him up at third. He's going home now. Throw is still late despite him holding up at third at first. So it's an RBI single here to tie the game in the top of the fifth. We'll take that. Extends the old hit streak and tacks up an RBI for the season. We'll take it. We come back bottom of the fifth. Still a 1-1 ball game now. Owen Casey at the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day, 2 for 7 on the series. He's got runners on the corners and 2 away and a 2-2 count. So there is deuces wild for him. Let's see what he does with this pitch now from Tink Hens, who's already up to 83 pitches on the day. Ground ball to me at third. Let's see if we can get it to first in time. We do. And 5 innings are now complete in Chicago. And this game is still tied at 1 run apiece. All right, top of the 7th. Cardinals are out in front 2-1 now. I'm standing in 1 for 3 on the day. Yohan Ramirez on the mound for the Cubs. Bases are empty, nobody out. Let's see what I can do with Ramirez and his 97-mile-an-hour sinker. 96 on his four-seamer, 85 on the slider. First pitch. Oh, geez, not a slider. That was a sinker inside. I thought it was a slider, so I was way behind it, and no contact made. 0-1 pitch on the way now from Ramirez. Oh, gosh. Slider way outside there. 1-1 the count. Third pitch on the way here. Come on, big fella. Oh, got me reaching for that slider off the outside corner. 1-2 the count. So far, not a single pitch in the zone, and I'm still 1 swing and a miss away from striking out. And there it is, swing and a miss at a slider outside at the knees. And, yeah, could have been a 4-pitch walk. Instead, it's a 4-pitch strikeout. We come back top of the 9th. We're tied at 2 runs apiece. I'm standing in 1 for 4 on the day, 3 for 13 on the series. Runner on first, 1 away. Chesterberg on the mound for the Cubbies. Let's see what I get here. Dynamic challenge, and we're just going to have to go for that double or better at this point. Berg still throws 99 on his four-seamer, 98 on the cutter, 90 on his slider. First pitch, and we crank a four-seamer just above the knees. Foul down the right field line. 0-1 the count for me here. Next pitch from Berg. Come on, big fella, make a mistake on the mound. You can do this. Nope, pitch out again. 1-1 the count, just like the last time I faced him. The second pitch was a pitch out. 1-1 the count for me now. Still top of the 9th. Let's see what pitch number 3 from Berg gets us. Oh, swing and a miss. Late on the four-seamer on the top part of the inner third. 1-2 the count. Next pitch. Outside with the four-seamer. Easy take there. 2-2 the count. Come on, big fella. Well, make a mistake on the mound. You can do this. Give me that slider right down Broadway. Nope. Instead, it's a four-seamer low and inside, and I have myself a full count, which is, honestly, for me, rather impressive. Payoff pitch on the way here from Berg. And it's outside with the cutter. I've drawn a walk the hard way. It's not often I can say I've done that lately. Runners on first and second with only 1 out, but it doesn't matter as the Cubs walk it off. Did they do it in the bottom of the 9th? Did they do it in extras? We shall see. Bottom of the 9th, they scored 1 to win 3-2. We're going to move on to the 4th and final game of this series here in Chicago and see if we can walk out of here with 3 wins or if we're going to split it 2 games apiece. Day game action, bright sun shining. Cade Horton on the mound for the Cubs. He hits 98 on the four-seamer. And that's all he's got that's quick. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch from Horton. Just misses the inside corner at the knees, but it's called a strike anyway. 0-1 the count. Not a great call from the home plate umpire, but what can you do? Next pitch is a four-seamer below the knees on the inside corner. That one rightfully called a ball. Oh, swing and a miss at a four-seamer on the inner third. He is peppering me inside quite a bit in this one. The 1-2 pitch. And he got me swinging at the slider off the outside corner to strike out to end the top of the first. Oh, one of these days I will learn not to swing at those. Today is not that day. Top of the 4th, Cubs are up 3-0 now. Runner on second, 1 away. I'm standing in 0 for 1 on the day, 3 for 14 on the series. And I get a dynamic challenge because of the man on second. And we're going to try to drive in that run. Cade Horton is still on the mound for the Cubs in this one. 34th pitch of his outing. He's way inside with a four-seamer. I'm somehow hitting 300 with runners in scoring position this season. I don't know how that's happening because my batting average is garbage for me. Next pitch is a four-seamer on the inside corner. Got a piece of it and fouled it back and into the stands. 1-1 the count for me now. I'm surprised I made contact at all with that pitch. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball at the top of the zone. Dude, 1-2 the count. Great pitch there with the curveball. You got to tip your cap for that one, unfortunately. The 1-2 pitch. Low and inside with the four-seamer. Taken for ball 2. And the count is back to even now at 2-2. Fifth pitch of the at-bat from Horton. Low and inside with the four-seamer again, and it's a full count for me now. Again, this at-bat, he's been peppering the inside quite a bit. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss at a four-seamer on the inside corner at the top of the zone. 2 at-bats and 2 strikeouts for me. This game is not looking good at the plate. Bottom of the fourth, it's a 4-1 lead for the Cubs. Runner on second and 2 away for Tucupita Marcano. Wind up and the pitch from Gordon Graceffo. That's a ground ball down the third base line. We'll get a glove on that. Foul ground. Throw into first. Got him. 4 innings are now complete. And the Cubs are leading this one by a score of 4-1. We're back in the top of the 6th. Still a 4-1 ball game. I'm standing in 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of Ks. Runner on first, 1 away. Cade Horton on the mound for the Cubs. First pitch of this at-bat. Below the knees on the outer third with a four-seamer. It's a 1-0 count to start this plate appearance. I'm still only hitting 200 against right-handed pitching this season, which is just ugly. The 1-0 pitch, just off the inside corner, and it's a 2-0 count. Can't say the last time I've had a 2-0 count to start an at-bat. Next pitch, helping away a little bit with a four-seamer, and it's a 3-0 count. By all rights, I should be taken all the way unless he hooks that curveball and drops it right in for me. No, sir. Four-seamer right down Broadway. Got a piece of that one and fouled it away for a 3-1 count. Still a bit behind that 95-mile-an-hour heater. The 3-1 pitch from Horton, though. Come on, big guy. Outside, and it's first base for free. We'll take it. That's runners on first and second now with only 1 out in the top of the 6th. We come back bottom of the 6th. It's only a 4-2 ball game now. Cubs are out in front. Cole Young at the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day, hitting .278 on the season. He's got himself an 0-1 count with the bases empty and nobody out, and Jose Urquidy is now on the mound out of the bullpen for the Cardinals. Wind up and the pitch from Urquidy. And it's a bunt down the third base line. Oh, good spot for a bare hand. Grab and go is a whiff. Nothing going on there. I don't know what it is. I have not been able to field a bunt all season and do a bare hand grab and throw. Something's up with that, I think. Top of the 8th, we come back. Still a 4-2 ball game. I'm standing in 0 for 2 on the day. Runner on first, nobody out. Mark Porcelli on the mound for the Cubs. He hits 101 on the four-seamer, 94 on the splitter, 92 on the slider, 98 on the two-seamer, and 85 on his curveball. And the first pitch from the left-hander is drilled into right field. It's a ground ball. We'll take the single. Runner from first advances all the way to third on the play. We have runners on the corners now with nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Good thing he was a lefty, right? That's the only way I seem to be getting a hit in this series. We come back top of the 10th. We're tied at 4 runs apiece. I'm standing in 1 for 3 on the day, hitting .265 on the season. Runner on second, 1 away, and I get to face off against Carlos Fuentes. I don't think I'm going to hit a home run, or I'm definitely not going to do the power swing, so we'll try for the double or better. Not going to happen. As the Cubs skipper says, first base for free for you, sir. We're not giving you the chance to score a pair. And the Cubs walk it off in game number 4. We split the 4-game series 2 games apiece, as our bullpen can't seem to shut the Cubs down. They scored 1 apiece in the 8th and 9th in yesterday's game, scored 1 in the bottom of the 10th to win 5-4 in this one. And yeah, I'd hate to be anybody in the bullpen for this butt chewing. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this series. Therefore, it will be the end of the episode. For those of you still hanging out with me, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and do all the fun social media things. And we will see you in the next one.